want to invite everyone to our call. Thank you for coming. And in the top of this here, there's the possibility and outcome of the global video team. And would someone like to generate that? It's right on the screen there. Who would like to generate the possibility and outcome?
I'm still here, Bob.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Hey.
Okay, because would I'm requesting that someone generate the possibility and outcome of the global video team.
I can do it. I'm just looking for it right now.
No, I have it on the screen share.
On the screen share. Well, you know what? I'm on the
your
phone.
computer. You wouldn't be. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's?
Okay, I got it.
We're counting on you.
I'm on mute. Oh damn. Okay.
BP, they're calling.
Am I on mute? I can do it.
I can hear you. Yeah,
You
go
hear
ahead.
me?
I can hear
Can
you.
you
Go
hear
ahead.
Okay. Let's see. You want me to read what the possibility and the outcome?
Yes.
Okay. The global video team is the possibility of vibrant, miraculous communication, energizing the world. The outcome of global video team is global leaders expanding love and connection with all of mankind.
Cool.
All the man.
And what do you hear in yourself when you generate that?
When I generate that, I hear that we can make ourselves present all over the world through through video. And whatever our game is, we can permeate all over the world. And because of our love for what we're doing, our burning desire for our games and winning and being powerful in that game, other people can see and feel that as well, all over.
So you hear power all over the world.
I hear power. I hear love, abundance of communication. I hear presence, because with the video they can see you.
Right.
Let's see. Like I said, a burning desire. You could be dynamic. It could be excellence.
All right. Cool. I like it. Anyone else?
Inez, did you say impregnate?
I didn't say impregnate. I said resonate.
Oh, okay.
But wait a minute. You can be pregnant with new and creative ideas and give birth to them, okay?
That's what I heard. We're going to impregnate the world with these ideas that touch, move, and inspire them.
Okay, but we can do that too.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. Just hold on for a second. All right, well, cool. So on the screen right here, I have right now the 7-step document. I don't know if everyone can see that. It's a slightly older copy, and I was really hoping that Adam was going to come here, but that's okay. I can text them, and then we'll just go forward from here. So the purpose of this video is really to, well, let's go around first, because there's 5 of us here. So I'm Bob Hooper. I'm one of the co-leaders of the video team, and And does anyone else want to introduce themselves and see where they're at?
Ryan Patrick White here out of North Carolina, representing Southeast Atlanta. I've been working with Bob primarily this past quarter with coaching in the calls on Wednesday, and Lori Gallagher as well.
Cool. And you have coached a video and you edited a video.
I have coached a video and edited a video with Rika. She has Our DNA Matters, and I had a tremendous time working with her remotely, long distance. And yeah, Bob, thanks for that. This is true.
Okay,
Working
cool.
one-on-one with the participant, fantastic.
Cool. All right, and then Inez, say a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Inez Teamer. I'm from Team Heartland Chicago, Team 2, Quarter 1, and I am a global game co-leader for Chicago. And I've been on the video team in the past as a script coach. So, and it's just exciting. And I have to restore integrity because every time we've had those video calls, I've had Team 2 meetings. So, but now next quarter is going to change. So I'll definitely be more involved in the video team because I want to do a video soon.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Soon is not immeasurable.
Well, you know what? My goal is to start in my third quarter.
When's your third quarter?
When we go to Texas.
Snowpack.
That's in May. I think that's in May, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
All
Have
right.
you done anything with it now? Have you started your script?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I even told Teresa Snyder, I'm like, I am going to be doing a video. I got to do a video because I've been on the video team like most of Team 1. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, great, cool. That's awesome. And then we have Michael.
Yeah. Hi. So I'm Michael. Yeah. Should I introduce myself?
Yeah, we're getting a bit of echo feedback, so I don't know why it's doing that. Does anyone else hear that?
I heard it.
Yes.
Yeah.
In any case, I'm Michael Durack, Florida Caribbean. Entering my third quarter. I worked on the video and my script last quarter.
I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Hey,
Thank you.
JJ, welcome. It's the team, and beyond.
Okay, we can stop. Okay, we're not being intentionality here. So we have Michael Jamali. So he was on several of our calls. He's worked on a video script. He's working on a thing that turns waste byproduct into energy, and as well as water filtration thing. So he's worked on a video. He has a video script yet, and he's planning to have it rebooted this quarter. At least I'm putting that into his possibility this coming quarter.
Yes.
Would it be good to phone out and dial back in, maybe?
I can try that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And we have one other person. Hello. We can't hear you. Sorry. I see you. Oh. Hello. Okay, so anyway, so let's go through this, and the purpose of this webinar is to go through the 7-step document, but not in it's sort of like, hey, it's dry, it's 7 steps, it's on a piece of paper, we can read it ourselves, kind of a thing. But no, it's more of what BP can bring to the conversation of being a video editor, and what I can bring to the conversation is being someone who works with this a lot. And the biggest stumbling block, well, the first stumbling block is the script, and then people get stuck again making a video draft. And I really don't want people to get stuck making a video draft. It gets a little frustrating, and I don't like it. So what I am creating here is this is the 7 steps document. I think this is a slightly older copy, but it's still the same. What I want to get into is that eventually you work with a video coach and you'll get a script very similar to this right here. And you will have what your dialogue is on one side, and
Bob, you need to change the screen.
What's that?
The screen is not showing the script.
New share. Oh. Is that showing a script now?
It's audio video. I mean, it
Yeah,
is.
audio video. Cool, thanks. So this is the image of the 7 steps document. So right here we have audio and video. This is a script that you'll work on with your script maker, okay? And then you'll get to the point that you create this. So like let's look at the video here. It says aerial shots of Mexico's pictures of orphanage kids, me with the kids, with me in and out of camera. So those images could be something newly created or created in the past. It doesn't matter. A lot of people have pictures of them as like on camera. It's like older pictures. It's from before their game. And so to have people, so you can use whatever images you want. They don't have to be current pictures of your game. They don't have to be something you've taken during your participation on team. A lot of people get very stuck in that part of making a video, that it is about participants. It is about showing everything to do while on team, but it really isn't anything to do about that doing on team. And I'm kind of wondering what happened to Michael now, because he said he was going to call back, and he didn't call back. Don't know.
It was a Samsung SM.
I don't know who that is.
We have a mystery caller.
Yeah.
Would you introduce yourself?
Unmute.
Can you take yourself off audio and introduce yourself, please?
All right, it's Michael, except it's still not working right.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, the video's not coming.
Oh, was that you in the video? Okay, got it. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. Can you see what we're talking about here? So I acknowledge that there's a technology breakdown, and I'm accountable for this. Something's just not clicking here. And I had a confirmation from a member of Team New York. I don't see her there. I don't see Lori. I don't see Adam. So that's some people who are missing. It doesn't really work. So I want to
You
ask
want me to cause them?
Brian Patrick.
I'll cause them.
Yeah, about the image, about gathering images and putting things together. How was that for you? The managing of images and stuff.
Oh, it was a little frustrating.
Okay.
Oh, so the frustration came from the images, the photos, or the footage that was taken, and how it fit into the actual script itself, and then the quality, and not only the visual quality of it from like a still shot, yet also the footage while it was moving, like a steady camera, or using the phone and keeping that steady. And then in the matter of time that the footage came in, all things that are workable with, Overall, everything worked. It worked. And what did not work as well as it could have is photos, footage, and the content of it.
Okay.
Luckily, we had time. Over time, it came together.
Okay. And that's cool. That's the point I want to make, that people do get frustrated, and there's lots of them. I shouldn't say frustrated. They just don't know.
Frustrating is a story.
Yeah, frustrating is a story. It's in their blind spot dealing with all these files.
No, to be straight up, what it was for me is, not being in control of what was happening. It's one thing for me to take my own photos and footage, and it's another thing to be working with someone else, and someone who hasn't done that for what we're doing for our purposes, specifically for it. And that's so there's learning for me to communicate with who I'm coaching, who I'm working with, and so what happened was photos were sent, and then more photos were sent, and then footage was taken and sent, and more footage was taken and sent, and emails back and forth, and we developed a film. That's what happened.
Right. And the thing is, when you develop a film, either with you or with another editor, it's best to create a like a Dropbox or a box file. So a large drive. Some people use Google Drive, and the problem with Google Drive, at least for me, is you end up with more images than there's space for in your Google Drive, because your Google Drive is already pretty full. So it's best to have a separate file management system for your drive that's different than what you had from before. So
You're saying set up a complete separate system to send.
a complete separate system. Yes.
Dropbox recommended by Bob Hooper.
Yes. Yeah. Like your own video Dropbox, BoxNet, anything that you can store up to 10, 15 gigs of data.
Bob,
With no fears of running out of space.
can you include that? Can we include that in the document that's sent out to everyone?
That was kind of the reason of this webinar. But yeah, we're actually updating the 7 steps document.
Okay.
To include that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So So with this script here, we have the images. As you can see, things are sort of paired up on the screen here about like, hello, I'm here in Mexico, area shot of Mexico. And things are really paired up. And we're working with Adam Kilborn, who's not on the call, about getting us experience in DaVinci Resolve, which is an editing software which is free. I've never heard of it until he mentioned it earlier this quarter, that there's a really good editing software out there that's free.
DaVinci.
DaVinci, yeah. Which, from the standpoint of the video team, that will really help streamline things. Because some people don't want to spend money for editing software. So yeah, that's the opportunity of using that, is to have a framework, I mean, you can use whatever you want, but the possibility is that anyone can edit a video and not be stopped by the software expense. So you want to say anything, Lori? I see that you hopped on.
What was that? So
You want to introduce yourself or say anything?
who's on the call? I only see the two of you.
We got Inez. We have Michael Jamani.
Okay. I don't see anybody else's faces up there.
Ah.
However, yeah, so I'd like to
Do
see
you see the
their,
video script?
sorry?
You see the video script I'm sharing?
I see the video script. So here's what I have to add about creating images for your script and using the script as your framework, right? So the first thing is you come up with the script, and then where it says video, you have what your images are going to be to coordinate with what you're actually saying on the video, right? Or on the audio rather. So in creating a Dropbox or sending your images to an editor, this is a really important piece, so that you only have a certain amount of images. Like, say if you have an event, you don't need to send 2 hours of your event and have your editor choose which pictures or which images you're going to use. You're going to actually have an image lined up, like with what you're trying to portray in the audio part. So if you had, okay, I'm on camera, my name is the first image, and then you send that, that's picture number 1, image number 1, and then the aerial shot of City of Mexico becomes image number 2. Kids of the orphanage, is image number 3. Me in and out of the camera is going to be incorporated in that. So if you're not doing the editing yourself, or even if you're starting to do it and you're going to line it up yourself, have a Dropbox and then drop it into your editing software, you kind of have it lined up already. You
Right.
know what you're going to do. It's not like starting from, I have, I could use 1 million images. I don't know what to use.
Right.
So if you have it already lined up, these are my 10 images I'm going to use, and this is the order I'm going to put it in, then even if you send it to the editor or you start editing it yourself, you can just drop it easily that way. So.
Right. And
So a lot of people don't know how to edit. They don't really, these have been great webinars to see that it's really not that difficult, yet there is a learning curve. And so you start playing with it early while you're creating the script, like early in the process.
And also the importance is to get the best quality image, copy of that image, and have that person email it to you and not send it like as a text message. And the video files take up a lot of space. So if you're going to have a lot of video in there, you're going to need, you can't like be escaping and go, oh, I got half a gig left in my Google Drive. I'll use that for my video project. That's not going to work. Half a gig left in your Google Drive. You're gonna need the space just because of maybe stuff that you don't use. So create a special Dropbox that you can share with anyone, your editor. A special, it doesn't matter. I use Dropbox, but there's also one called Box, which is pretty good. And the thing with Box, which is not Dropbox, it's separate, is you can have a separate, you can set up an email address that people can email their video images, and it will just populate the Box file. So if you have someone videotaping with their phone and it's an event, you say, hey, can you email that to me to this, and you send them the link to the special Box account. And then you can log into your Box account, and all these links, all these images will start dropping into this thing because they'll be saved in there as an attachment.
Is there a cost to that? Because
No,
I got Dropbox, they charged me like $10 a month. I gave it up because I didn't realize I was being charged for it.
Yeah, the Dropbox has a size limitation. Box has, they'll all give you a basic small one. Even Google Drive, they give you a basic small one. But once you start oversizing it, they they start charging you money.
Yeah.
So with that, let's move forward. I got the next screen share all ready for you guys here.
Now I seen this.
You seen it? Are you ready?
Do you see Teresa
I do. I see Teresa now.
All right.
in my mirror? And I'm
I
looking for a spoon.
Mirror.
And I'm looking for a spoon.
You're
Oh,
so
no.
funny. You took the mirror. Oh,
So
yeah.
right now,
We're here.
right now I have the video file for Terry Howard.
Yay. That was a good one.
Hey. So Terry Howard's video is one of the reasons why we're trying to move to a default video software. So Terry Howard, just a little story. She had this video edited 4 times by 4 different editors, all using 4 different software packages. So, and she made it, and I was the final editor. And I'll play it for us right through here, okay? And I want you to kind of pay attention to the most important. Well, so this is the video editing screen. So you got the voice where it says here. You can see all the wavy little lines going across, and here is the images up above there, which is the blue line, and then there'll be some other video above that as well. So we're just put the needle at the beginning of this record and play it right through, and you guys can watch it. Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good, cool. Oh, and then of course the audio is not working. Snap. 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 So that's okay.
Is it muted?
And I know that this is kind of an issue with this computer. The audio, when I do the video editing, doesn't work. But the point I want to make is that you can see in the up and down wavy lines that there's dialogue. That's the voice track. This is where she did the interview of her people. And this is where she starts talking about what her game created. So she created all these housing projects, housing facilities throughout. And these are the families that she impacted.
Hmm.
And this is the ending of her video, The Place for Heroes. So even without hearing the dialogue, it's following a framework. And the thing is, as you move through this, we've heard we had this, Lori and I heard the script probably 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
We can almost generate a memory. She's talking about.
It turned out great. I'm really happy.
This is her
Her cousin.
cousin who is and she's heartbroken that she can't find housing and she's a veteran and she's served our country and she's having all this problem finding housing.
It wasn't her. Anyway, go ahead.
And stuff like that. So she's showing images that relate to her game. And as you edit your video, if I would have got to the technical snafu of my software not working, you would have been able to hear her talk about something, and then you put the needle down. I don't know if you can see the needle. And then you can say, well, while she's talking about that, we're going to show images of this. And then you can actually lay things out accordingly. And then she's talking about how she had events and stuff like that, and made an online community. So what I did is I got a screen grab from her website to this part here. There's actually it's Xbox.
Yeah,
All software packages. It has a great screen grab. I think computers use it, but you can get a screen grab from using the Xbox app for any app. Not a game. You can use whatever app you want. So if you want to use a screen grab from other software, that works great too. So I would recommend the Xbox app for that. And then with the Xbox app, you have to go in and play with the settings to make sure you get the highest resolution that Xbox saves to.
Where do you see the resolutions?
Oh, it's in the settings of the Xbox app.
Teresa has a question.
Oh yeah, Teresa, a question.
Well,
She's raising her hand, but I
I
don't know.
am raising my hand. I'm raising my, simply because I was going to ask the same thing. Like, do you have a video clip it of like Xbox how to show me, and you answered it. I'll look. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't want to take away from the presentation.
Yeah, so I'm just going through sources of images, and I just happen to remember that people create an online community and have no way of presenting it. Either be Facebook or
Well, Bob, I'm a prime example.
yeah.
I have
So there's
so much content, and I don't know what to do with it. So
right. So
this is great for me.
So cool. So what?
So
I'm not going to go through I could go through the Facebook app, but that's kind of more one of the many details, and I'm thinking more of a big picture thing here.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah, big picture. So there's a way to do a really good screen capture quality of whatever you have on your computer screen, and you can scroll down like I did here for Terry. This is her webpage. I just scrolled down, all these things popped up, and she made this wonderful website for her game. And the thing is that it's a real acknowledgement for all the work that she put, because she put together a pretty sophisticated website. Hello. Michael's, yay. Cool. And we can hear you.
I can't.
Okay. So yeah, that's the thing with these images, that it's to what Brian Patrick was saying, that you have to really gather good quality images, and then you have to think a little bit outside the box as an editor to come up with things. Phil, when you talk about your team, if she's talking about her team here at an event, the table, you can scroll into the table there, and then you have the website clip here, and then they actually have the team working here. All right? And more team photos. And and also, I don't know if you guys can see here I'll make it bigger here. Is with the script here, what I did is I took different sentences and I put them together. And there's a little vertical, little green. This is a different sentence of a recording. As for this, and then as for the next one too. So we put all these sentences together. And
What do you mean you put all the sentences together?
so what we have here, I don't know, can you see that?
I can see that, yeah.
All the bubbles and stuff, yeah. We have all these resources, okay? And so the recording of her script was 1 minute 15 seconds, and what you can do is sometimes people have multiple recordings of multiple scripts. You can put different recordings together, and then switch from recording to recording. Terry had it all at one, but sometimes people have 2 or 3 takes of their scripts put together, and then they have this, and then like these are individual video clips here, and I may not use, like for this one here, I don't know, can you see that? I only use like this little itty bitty segment of the video clip, because this is this is actually the video made from the previous editor, and we wanted to make it more impactful. So that's so then, and another thing I'd like to add is, like, when you first put together a video, you don't need to have all sorts of fancy, this is also from her, you don't need to be all these, like when you watch Terry's here, you'll see, oh look, it's got like scrolling photographs and all that stuff. None of this is necessary for a first draft of a video. We just want you notice how I'm panning and zooming through the photographs. That's like a 4th draft thing. It's not necessarily a first draft of your video request. So when you put together your first draft, there's no need to do any of that zooming stuff. We just want a draft of your images. We just want switch screens here. Sorry about that. Share. We just want this, images of orphanage. So you, like right here, it says you can have just 5 images of your orphanage that you think that are really cool, and then what you'll do is you'll put this rough draft of your script together and send it back to the video team for feedback, and not be so that it looks well polished like Terry's did. Just a rough draft, so we know what sort of images you're thinking of. You can add in effects and things like that on a later draft, because we want to keep people unfolding their video throughout the quarter, so it's not like a mad dash at the end of the quarter with all these edit requests.
That makes sense.
Want to add, Lori?
Yeah, no, so I wasn't really sure, because this is all fairly new, right? So, you're now requesting video creators to, when they're doing their scripts, to start creating their images once they get their script, pretty
Right.
much aligned on. And when they, for the first draft video, just to kind of do it themselves, right? And then they can be walked through, they can unfold their own editing, right? Is that what you're saying? So,
Yeah, a lot of the videos that make it, they're on like their 8th or 9th draft.
no, I get all that. So, but it's instead of, I think it's great. Instead of waiting and then trying to enroll editors, unless they have an editor they're working with, then they can start editing it themselves.
Right.
Right. Yeah, unfolding the editing. Yeah, I get it. It's
A
good.
video rough draft should look like a video rough draft. A script rough draft should look like a script rough draft. And often people get stuck they get attached and then they get stuck between creating a video because they want all the fancy effects. And I can't think of a, I wonder if we have, I know I have some first drafts of people I could
Well,
actually.
here's an analogy of building a car, painting a photo, analogies of things that, because listen, this is not my wheelhouse at all, but just knowing that we're going to unfold it, that by classroom 1 or by one of the Fridays, I just have to have a messy rough draft.
Right.
It makes more sense to me because I'm that person. I'm the one going over here, swirl.
Right. So yeah, I think I know I have some. I'm gonna pull up some first drafts of videos and last drafts of videos. Hold on for a second here. I know I created this.
And while you're doing that, so that you can focus on that, like I think it's a before and after that I do with people inside of the fitness world. You're not going to be fit and trim. You're standing in the future fulfilled. By classroom 4, you have a messy video. By classroom 4, you've worked out 3 times because you haven't worked out in 20 years.
Yeah, that's a good analogy because yes, that's perfect. Because it's like your first time riding a bicycle, you're not going to be all that good. Your first video draft is not going to be all that good, and you're not.
And that gives me permission. And look, I'll be quiet. I'm the newbie. Like you can use me and not even right this minute, but I'm the newbie, so it's perfect.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, now that you've told me what it is, I have an idea. I don't know that I necessarily.
Yeah.
I know it's a messy first draft, and we're going to get you to the rock star rough draft or whatever. Now I'm complete on that part.
Yeah. And I'm not finding the.
So Bob, how are you going to facilitate having this unfolding and the creation of these editings? Are we going to have like a weekly, anybody who's doing it needs to come on and this is the first one, or you could, and then it's
No, I mean, the unfolding is the same. People send in their first draft and we provide them feedback.
Is there a set date? And maybe there is.
Yeah, well, there's a milestone for the first. If you look at the video team timeline, that's
Okay.
good
That's all I
point.
need to know.
Good point. So
But I think Lori was pointing at that it could be simultaneous with what they're already unfolding with their Game in the World, period.
Right. So let me go here. Let's do this open here. Open with, okay, so let's go here and share. Yes. You're getting all sorts of nasty little pop-ups here. So right now, do you see that? Oh. Do you see the 7 steps doc, the timeline here? Are people seeing that?
No,
I'm new share. Okay, let me do this here.
I see the script.
Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, see the timeline now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how this bridge backs to our timeline that we already have here. So this is the timeline for our quarter. So February 15th, which is yesterday, the quarter began. In Europe, next weekend, Australia, North America, and New Zealand. March 1st, New Zealand. So this is the script timeline here. And you'll see here, April 16th, or April 2nd, first individual draft, first individual videos received due. So that's the first edit, just basically the images paired up with your script. All right. So then what we have here, it says be coachable and work with the video reviewing team to get your video pass. Send all requested items. So that would be sharing, you know, basically you know, this, you know, show images of orphanages, great. And then during this segment of your script, you're showing this stuff. With this segment of your script, you're showing this stuff. And it's your first draft. You send it across to us, and we'll say, hey, that looks good. That doesn't look good. And you get better images, you know, whatever it is. Don't be attached to it. So so then, as I'm switching back and forth here, share. So you see April 2nd, first draft. All April 16th, all final individual videos received, including other items requested in the 7 steps document. So that's pretty much a well-polished, finished copy of your video. So then we can run because the thing is, the video team leaders are going to run it between yourselves, Laurie, Brian, Patrick, you know, Inez, Teresa, whoever it will be, the co-leaders. You go, hey, this could be better, this could be worse. Great. So then April 16th, we start running it by the global leaders. Hey, this is the 3rd draft. It looks really great, and powerful, and impactful. We are, you know, what do you think? So in April 18th, we select a draft of the weekend video. Viewing team, coaches, video team passes then it goes through all these other steps. That's basically the world leaders going back and forth with feedback with the video. And the thing is, May 17th is the next team weekend for all essentiality of the video team. And then you'll see here, May 31st is the North America video team. So essentially, Laurie, we can get the video done 4 weeks before the team weekend. Everyone in North America is going to be like crying foul. Well, the video weekend will be shown in North America, or I know. See where I'm talking about the dates here? It says May 17th. So the video is going to be done 2 weeks before the team weekend. I mean, the video is going to be shown 2 weeks before the team weekend. So we unfold everything. Order goes through here. Do you have anything? Anyone else have anything to add? Questions about that?
When does this call end? This one?
Oh yeah, it ends soon. I'm just trying to wrap it up. Anyone have any?
Because I have questions, but if it
Yeah.
ends, go.
Yeah.
Well, can you stay for the questions, Bob? Can you?
Oh yeah, I can stay. Yeah. And if you have to leave, Teresa, you can. So.
Well, go ahead. Why don't you?
Okay, yeah. I lost track of the time. So.
What questions do you have, Teresa?
My question is, and I think it can be handled offline.
No,
Honestly.
we
Okay.
might. I
I
might.
would love to know if we can overlap this information, because I know Inez said 100% for sure she's going to create a video, and I don't even know if she's still listening. How can we empower Inez with just boom, like start it this coming weekend, that you're going to, when you're creating your game in the world, that these dates are already put in there. And that may already be happening. That's why I'm saying this may be an offline conversation.
Perfect question. So this is the video team timeline. See this up here on the top first page. We got this quarter that's completing, and then here we got this next quarter. So she March 5th, basic video draft done. And then the thing is that you, as a video maker, you have to hold the video team accountable for dates.
I get it. Well, this is my thing. When I was a team 2 team leader, like it would be interesting for me, like just make it up. I'm a team 2 team leader. It'd be interesting for me to know, especially on smaller teams, who was creating a video this quarter. Wow. And our times overlap, and we as the leader are just holding them accountable in a way that works.
Right.
Well, I don't think the team 2 leaders will. That's not something they could
Okay.
take it on, but it's not like something we would request of them. But the game in the world accountable is actually could be
good.
partners, because they're a stand for their games to be, so really the game in the world accountable, if we could get them as partners,
That is extraordinary, Lori. Good job.
yeah.
Because if I were Game in the World accountable for Team Dallas, I would really want to know who's legit in creating their video, and like that I'm working with them. So that's perfect, Lori.
Cool. Yeah, it's a basically unfolding. I mean, you unfold your script, you unfold your editing, and that's what I'm trying to create. That's the important thing to realize, that it's a constant unfolding, and don't be attached to your first draft when you pair up your images of your script. And not all images are going to be current. They might be old. There might be something new. If there's any other questions about this, and this is the timeline that we share. It's just on the back side. So now this timeline will flop to the front side. Then we'll have the timeline for the August quarter on the back side. So the milestones for this quarter are already set. So we're looking for some video drafts March 5th. And then we get the scripts passed by March 19th. And then first draft of the video, April 2nd. So these are the milestones. And I think the most important thing is the intention of this webinar is not to be, a lot of people get stuck right in this area here where they start making the first video draft. and not to be stuck. Don't be attached to your first video draft. Make a simple draft, and then we'll coach you. There's time in the quarter to coaching. And if you're stuck, be in communication about it. Repromise. We don't want discouragement. We don't want people to say, "Hey, I had enough. Give up." We don't want people to give up. We want people to be in communication where they're stuck, and be here. And we're here for coaching and support for people to move through this first month and a half of the quarter. The timeline moves with velocity, with good reason, because we want everyone's video to be as this is where we get to make everyone's video as impactful as possible. So we're all set to go for the May 17th weekend video in Europe. So that's what we're standing for, is the most impactful videos possible.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Anything else? Any
Thank
questions?
you.
All right.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Corey,
Anything from you,
Inez,
Inez?
Michael, you get everybody?
Uh,
All right.
Michael,
Make
just,
it a great day.
so we'll send a recording. Alrighty.
You might have to edit the recording.
Yeah, we got a little bit of side talk in there.
All right, dolls.
All right, we'll see you later.
Woo, woo.